Our programs are for many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
When I have students who sometimes understandably struggle with the concept of God, I tell them, add an extra O. It profoundly helps them to understand that whether we spell God with one O or two, it is very much the same thing. God represents all that is good. That is what Judaism is all about. Judaism is all about being good, and about doing good, and about bringing more good into this world.
Please watch on for an inspiring overview of the Torah's teachings with the Honorable Ravi Avi, a visionary rabbi and educator from the United States. Hello and welcome, caring viewers. I'm Gabriel from Inviting, Texas. We, the reliable American people, send you our friendship and respect for being such kind world citizens. May heavens bless you. The Honorable Dr. Andy Mars is a distinguished and visionary American educator whose mission in life could be described with his words: to help make a difference in the lives of kids and help kids make a difference in life. Having earned his doctorate in education, he applies his vast wisdom and experience to camping programs, school consulting, individualized tutoring, and counseling for students and parents. He is the director of an educational service program for youth called Tomorrow's Adults. Dr. Andy Mars is also known as Ravi Avi, beloved rabbi and teacher at the Mount Arlington Synagogue, formerly known as B'nai Tov, which serves families in and around the Lake Hopatcong area of New Jersey. Ravi Avi has been a compassionate vegan for 36 years. His dedication to a loving coexistence among all beings has also been demonstrated in his work at the synagogue and with children and the greater community with great success. Today, we are honored to present to you Ravi Avi's inspirational lecture, giving us an overview of Judaism. Throughout this episode, the name of the Lord is reverently spelled as G-D, according to Jewish tradition.
Midbar, also known as Numbers, and the fifth book is Devarim, also known as Deuteronomy. The Torah begins in Bereshit with the creation of the world and mankind's entrance into Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden. The stories and lessons build up to the Israelites wandering in the desert after their escape from slavery in Egypt, and ultimately ends with their return back to their homeland of Israel. It is correspondingly at this point in history when the Torah is given to the Jewish people. Torah means law. And through the historical stories, the laws of the Jewish people are provided. In total, there are 613 laws in the Torah. No single person, however, is actually expected to follow each and every one of these 613 laws. Some of these laws only apply to men. Some of these laws only apply to women. Thus, none of us is in a position to have to follow them all. Some laws, for instance, are agricultural, and anyone who is not growing crops is not held responsible for following those particular laws. Some laws have to do with business, and anyone not involved in such business is not held responsible for following those particular laws. Some laws depend on the temple being rebuilt, and until that time comes, we are not responsible for them. Thus, none of us is responsible for following all 613 of the laws of the Torah. Some of the laws given in the Torah are positive commandments, things that are to be done, thou shalt. Some of these laws are negative commandments, things that are not to be done, thou shalt nots. The number of negative commandments, interestingly enough, is the same as the number of days in the year, 365. As every single day of the year, we are to be remembering that which we should not be doing. The number of positive commandments is the same as at least one medical approach's count of the number of bones in the human body, 248. As with every bone of our bodies, we are to be doing good in this world. Doing good is the ultimate goal of Judaism. In one way or another, sometimes more directly and sometimes more indirectly, the Torah and its laws, and thus Judaism at the core of its existence, is all about trying to make the world more good, trying to bring more good into the world. In fact, when I have students who sometimes understandably struggle with the concept of God, I tell them, add an extra O, and that makes a world of difference. A difference to their understanding of Judaism, a difference to their comfortability with Judaism, and a difference to their commitment to Judaism. It profoundly helps them to understand that whether we spell God with one O or two, it is very much the same thing. God represents all that is good. That is what Judaism is all about. Certainly what Judaism should be all about, and definitely what Judaism can be all about. Judaism is all about being good, and about doing good, and about bringing more good into this world. Some refer to the Jewish people as the chosen people. We are not claiming that we are chosen because we are better. We are actually not even claiming that we are chosen. It is not that we are chosen, but rather it is that we are choosing. We are choosing to learn and follow the Torah. We are choosing to learn what is good. We are choosing to do our best to thus be so good. We are choosing to do the most good that we can, and we are choosing to bring more good into the world. We are the people who have chosen this path, and to, as it is said, be, or lagoyim, be a light unto the nations. Not everyone born into a Jewish family, though, chooses to continue on this path. Similarly, not everyone who wants to choose to take on such responsibility and such teachings of the Torah came from Jewish parents and a Jewish family. It is a choice we each can make. When a child becomes a bar mitzvah, that means he is becoming a son of the commandment, which to actually be authentic should be a matter of his choosing to do so. Contrary to popular belief, it is not some magical age of 13 that makes him a bar mitzvah, as some think, but it is a matter of being ready, a matter of reaching a point in his life, when he has reached a point in his education as well as a point in his maturity and his responsibility, when he is ready to take on the adult responsibilities of Judaism. That is what it is supposed to be. That includes leading a service, chanting from the Torah, and teaching a meaningful lesson to the congregation of his family, friends, and community, based on the Torah reading he chanted. At every service I officiate where a child becomes a bar mitzvah, I share something to the effect of, this special path upon which we tread was a covenant between Abraham, and God. The first commandment at that time was the understanding of and agreeing to follow the one true God, the one goodness that is all. Abraham understood and agreed, and he passed this special gift to his son, Yitzchak, Isaac. Yitzchak continued the tradition and passed it to his son, Yaakov, Jacob. Yaakov, whose name by then is changed to Yisrael, Israel, continued that much further and passed it to his many children. Generations later, Moses, helped us escape slavery, become free, and be ready to take the next steps by receiving the 10 Commandments and the Torah from God. This enabled us to better understand how to live on our righteous Jewish path. Through the ages, parents have continued to pass this to their children. At this time, as I am sharing something to this effect, at the time a boy becomes a bar mitzvah or a girl becomes a bat mitzvah, at this time, our leader, the child leading the service, is proving that he is ready to become a bar mitzvah. He is becoming the newest link in the chain from our Jewish past to our Jewish future. For generations, young Jews have been making this choice to continue living in this world by the rules of the Torah, hopefully striving to be, or lagoyim, to be light unto the nations. Unfortunately, though, many Jews, just as other people from any and all other backgrounds, are not consciously making choices. Most people seem to just do what they do because it is what they do, but they have not given conscious consideration to what they do. Many Jews just do what they do because of tradition, without knowing or understanding why. Many do not even actually know what is and is not commanded. As noted, in the Torah, there are 613 commandments, mitzvot. Even many relatively well-educated Jews, however, confuse what are and are not mitzvot. There is often confusion between what is considered halakha and what is considered minchag. Halakha is the Hebrew word that refers to that which is actually required. Minchag is the Hebrew word that refers to that which has become tradition to do, but is not actually required. It has, for instance, become a tradition that Jews eat chicken on Friday nights. Nowhere, though, in the Torah are Jews commanded to eat chicken or any other animals on Friday nights or ever. Such confusion between that which is halakha, commanded, and that which is minchag, tradition, leads to many Jews, and non-Jews too, misunderstanding and even misrepresenting what Judaism is all about. Some, for instance, will look at the rules of kosher slaughter that are in the Torah and mistakenly then claim that the Torah tells us that we must kill animals. The Torah does not command us to slaughter at all. To put this into perspective, I will shortly share a little from an old student from when he became a bar mitzvah. We read the Torah one parsha, one portion each week, week after week, in order that over the course of a year we cover all of the selections. Each Shabbat, we do not randomly select a portion to read. We do not get to choose what section to read. It is actually quite unifying in a way that Jews all around the world on any given Shabbat are to be reading the same parsha of the Torah. Thus, when a child becomes a bar mitzvah on any particular Shabbat, he does not get to choose what section of Torah to read, but he is to read that week's scheduled portion. While he does not get to choose what parsha to read, he does, though, get to choose what lesson he wants to teach from it. Every single Torah portion is filled with opportunities of different lessons to be gleaned and taught. Certain Torah portions, though, do seem to sit better with certain students, and some quite to the contrary. The student I was about to mention, Lev, he was not pleased when he found out what Torah portion was to be read on the Shabbat that he was going to become a bar mitzvah. It bothered him that much that he wanted to change the date. Due to scheduling, with family members flying in from a distance, the date was not going to be able to be changed, and thus the Torah portion was not going to be able to be changed either. What was the Torah portion with which Lev was so displeased? It was a portion about the rules of kosher slaughter. This gravely troubled Lev. Lev was 13 at the time, and he had gone vegan when he was 11. His parents were not vegan.
Hence,
They did not share his concerns, but Lev was caring, compassionate, and committed. FYI, I've had the pleasure of working with quite a number of kids who've gone vegan at young ages, even without their parents being vegan. And these impressive kids stand positively strong with what they know is right. That, though, could be a topic for another time. As to this impressive young man, Lev, he came to me to discuss his concern regarding the Torah portion. After some intense discussion, Lev came to love his Torah portion, and he created quite the poignant sermon to teach from this parsha to his congregation of family, friends, and community.
For more information on Ravi Avi's Dr. Andy Marr's noble work, please visit b'nai-tov.org and tomorrowsadults.org. Kind-hearted viewers, to find out the rest of this interesting story about Lev's touching sermon and much more, please join us again tomorrow for the second part of Doing Good is the Ultimate, Overview of Judaism with Ravi Avi, Ph.D. We appreciate your presence on today's Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is a blissful reunion in Sihu, the 2019 Lunar New Year celebration, part 6 of 6, right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming. May you be embraced fully by G-D's love and light.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule e suprememastertv.com/WOW.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते हैं कई भाषाओं में। कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule और suprememastertv.com/WOW。
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule 和 suprememastertv.com/WOW。
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/kehadapan-schedule dan suprememastertv.com/kehadapan-WOW.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/WOW।
ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇਖੋ suprememastertv.com/schedule ਅਤੇ suprememastertv.com/WOW